Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we peel back the layers of corporate finance and see what is really going on. Spoiler alert, this filing is about Instil Bio Incorporated, and let's just say it involves some important updates in financial snapshots that might make some folks a bit nervous. Before we dive in, if you love getting straightforward insights from these official documents, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you want to join a community where we break down these filings even further, our Discord is linked in the description below. So, what is the big news from Instil Bio Incorporated? They've put out a current report, basically an update on what is happening right now. It's like a quick check-in, and usually these bits of news signal something important is cooking. Okay, so this is a filing with the US Securities and Exchange Commission, that is the SEC. They're the folks who make sure companies are playing fair and square with their investors. This particular report is a Form 8K. Think of it as a real-time update, like urgent news breaking. This report is for Instil Bio Incorporated. They're a company we've talked about before, focusing on developing innovative therapies, particularly in the cell therapy space. You might know them from their stock ticker symbol, TIL trading on the NASDAQ. Now, why are they filing this 8K? Well, it's usually for big events in this case. It is primarily to share their latest financial results and give a corporate update. This is where we get to see how they're doing financially, and let's be honest, that is usually the most interesting part for investors and anyone following the company's journey. It is a snapshot of their performance for the quarter that just ended. Here we get to the meat of it, the financial results. On the 13th of November 2025, Instil Bio Incorporated, or the company as they call it here, put out a press release announcing their financial results for the quarter that ended the 30th of September 2025. This is crucial because it tells us how the company performed in the most recent period. This press release Exhibit 99.1 is what we'll be focusing on to understand their performance. It is crucial to remember though, the filing itself says this information is being furnished, not filed for certain purposes. So it's like they're telling us, here's the news, but we're not accepting full blame if it is a bit off for some legal reasons. It's a legal nuance. But the key takeaway is that the press release contains the important financial data. When we look at these financial results, we want to see the trends. Are sales going up? Are expenses under control? Are they making progress towards profitability? For a company like Instil Bio Incorporated, which is often in the development phase and focused on groundbreaking therapies, the financial picture can be a bit complex. They might be investing heavily in research and development, which can impact short-term profitability. Let's dig into what the press release likely contained, because that is where the story is. We want to understand their revenue, their costs, and importantly, their cash position. For a biotech company, cash is king. They need to fund expensive research, clinical trials, and get their products to market. So seeing how much runway they have is a very big deal. For instance, if they reported a significant drop in revenue compared to the previous year, that is a red flag. Imagine losing 1 in 5 customers or sales opportunities. That is what a 20% drop could mean. On the flip side, if revenue is climbing steadily, it suggests their strategy is working and their therapies are gaining traction, or at least the market is responding positively to their progress. We also look closely at their operating expenses. Are they spending smarter? Are R&D costs increasing because they're advancing promising drug candidates, or are they rising without clear strategic justification? It's a delicate balance. High R&D spending can be a sign of innovation and future growth, but if it's not leading to concrete product development or approvals, it can be a drain on resources. Considering Instil Bio's focus on cell therapies, we'd be looking for updates on their clinical trial progress. Are they hitting milestones? Are there any positive or negative data readouts? These developments directly impact their valuation and future revenue potential. The financials will often reflect the investment in these trials and any associated milestones or setbacks. The information in this filing is being furnished and shall not be deemed filed for the purposes of Section 18 of the Securities Exchange Act of 1934. This is a classic legal disclaimer basically saying that they are sharing this information with you, but they are trying to limit their liability if something in the forward-looking statements or the release numbers doesn't pan out perfectly. It's a way for them to update the market without making ironclad promises that they might not be able to keep down the line. It's important to understand the context of these filings. And looking at the signatures, we see Sandeep Laurmers, Maryland, signing off as the Chief Financial Officer and Chief Business Officer. This is a key person for the company's financial health and strategic direction, and their signature here lends authority to the report. Having an MD in that role can be an advantage in a biotech company, bridging the gap between science and business. Now, let's step back and think about what this all implies. Instil Bio Incorporated is in a very competitive and capital-intensive industry. Success hinges on groundbreaking science, successful clinical trials, and ultimately regulatory approval and market acceptance. The financial results we see in reports like this are a direct reflection of their progress along that very challenging path. If the numbers are strong, it suggests they're effectively executing their strategy, managing their resources well, and building confidence among investors. If the numbers are weaker, it might signal challenges in their development pipeline, funding issues, or market headwinds. It's our job as interpreters to look beyond the surface and understand the story the numbers are telling us about the company's direction. For Instil Bio, the key risks likely revolve around the success of their therapeutic candidates, competition from other biotech firms, and their ability to secure ongoing funding. Opportunities would lie in successful clinical trial outcomes, strategic partnerships, and eventual market launch of their innovative therapies. Overall, this filing, specifically the press release it references, is a critical pulse check for Instil Bio, Incorporated. It's a chance for them to communicate their performance to the market and for us to assess their trajectory. And that is our quick decode of Instil Bio Incorporated's latest filing. What are your thoughts on their current position? Do the numbers signal strength or caution? Let us know in the comments below if you found this breakdown helpful. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. Remember, you can join our Discord for further discussions. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next decode.